Thompson Center presents Extreme Pursuits with Mark Kayser.
What a horse. Oh, that's a pretty nice mule deer. That is a giant, nice western whitetail. Deer season eventually, it has to come to an end. That's kind of a downer, isn't it? Well, I knew this season was winding down, and there was only 3 days left that I had to hunt. I still had one tag left in my pocket. It was a spot I knew that at any time could produce a big, big buck. In fact, my friends had actually told me about a big buck they had seen there earlier in the season. I was so excited, I had hunted that particular spot on 2 different occasions already. Was I ready for a third try? You bet. I pointed my truck there in the middle of the night and headed down as fast as I could to try to get in one more last hunt before the season closed. It's a super blustery day out today. Temperatures are in the 20s. Wind chills are probably down in close to the single digits. What we did here is we're setting up on a high bank overlooking the back side of a big oxbow where it's protected. So what I'm hoping is some of these deer are going to come out and rut through these Russian olives. We've got the perfect position to see them when they come out and ambush them. And that's the perfect spot for them to come out, grab some sun, and be out of the wind, just like we are here. Nice 4x4 whitetail, probably a 3.5-year-old deer. Not quite a shooter, but he definitely put on a show. In fact, after I got done rattling him in, 2 others followed in, 2 little 1.5-year-old bucks. 3 bucks came to that setup. The big buck, if I'd wanted him, we'd have had him. He came into less than 100 yards right below me and played into every trick I had, from the rattling, to the grunting, to the bleeding. I dropped off the steep bank, and I mean a vertical steep gumbo bank, and moved down into the timber, silently still hunting, and every 100 yards or so setting up to call, using rattles, bleats, even snort wheezes to hopefully attract a buck in. We worked that whole big bend of the timber, took our time, worked it like it should have been worked, but we did not call in a big whitetail. We did catch the attention of a couple curious mule deer that were hot on the trail of a hot doe, but even they wouldn't let up their lovemaking to come running over to the call. Now, the rut was already raging pretty good. In fact, I'm guessing 50% or more of the does had been bred. So rattling doesn't always work in that time period, but every once in a while, it can just kick a buck into overdrive and have one come running in. These bucks, even though it's well into the rut, they're still responding fairly well to the rattling. This morning we rattled in that nice 4-pointer. We were up high, he came along the bank, and after seeing that, I dropped down into the bottom where he was at just to see if there were any more deer. I haven't had much luck rattling in anything big, but it's just a matter of time. Keep rattling enough and we should rattle in at least one more good buck today. I'm gonna move on out of here and try another spot.
Extreme Pursuits is brought to you by Thompson Center, America's master gunmaker. HuntingClub.com, the official site of the North American Hunting Club. Field Logic, IQ bow sights with retina lock technology. Center the dot for the perfect shot. And by Hornady, accurate, deadly, dependable.